Alright, so today we've got what could honestly be one of the most interesting divers under $200 right now, the Phorcydes PH-2. And, well, I've actually got two versions of it here. Yeah, I didn't plan that, but I'll explain in a sec. Now, if you're not familiar, this watch is a throwback to the old Blancpain lip collaborations from the 1960s, those quirky French military divers that are absolute cult favorites today. It's a very specific kind of vintage inspired design, and Phorcydes has really leaned into that with the PH-2. So yeah, if you're new to this channel, my name's Dave, and I love Blancpain as a brand. In fact, on my wrist today is my 50 Fathoms reference 5015, an absolute stunner. But here's the story with this watch. As soon as the PH-2 became available, I bought one outright. That first version had lip branding on the dial and caseback, which I really love. But since then, Phorcydes updated the production model. The current version no longer has the lip branding. Instead, they carry the Phorcydes logo on the dial and the branding on the caseback. I didn't want to show you a watch that you can't get anymore, so I reached out to Phorcydes and they were kind enough to send me the updated production version, which means today I can show you both side by side, and instead of two in the same color, I have one with white indices, which is blue Lume, and one with orange indices, which actually looks a little more of like a yellow-green Lume. And straight away you can see those differences. The old one has lip on the dial and even stamped into the caseback. It does have a sterile tang buckle as well. The new version just has the Phorcydes logo on the dial, and of course with a clean caseback and now a branded buckle. Now personally, I think that the lip version looks cooler, feels more authentic to the history, but the new one makes sense. I'm not sure of the exact reason, but I'd speculate it probably comes down to legal stuff. Using the lip name might have been risky, so they cleaned it up and made it their own. And honestly, some people are going to prefer that cleaner look anyway. The case of the watch is 39 millimeters, but the bezel comes out to 40 millimeters. It's 13 millimeters thick with the domed sapphire glass crystal. You do have a 48 millimeter lug to lug and a 20 millimeter lug width. So it definitely has well balanced proportions. The crown is at 3 o'clock. It's a screw down crown and it's done in high polish. And I really like that. Against the brushed steel, it stands out and just screams retro vibes. You'll notice it straight away when it catches the light. Bezel is a 120 click unidirectional bezel with a ceramic insert that is lume filled, and there is hardly any backplay. Obviously, it's not going to be as crisp as the Blancpain, but for the price, yeah, I'm good with it. Now up top is a domed sapphire glass crystal with AR coating. Gives it the vintage look, but with modern durability. Nothing to complain about there, and the light play and distortion looks great at an angle. Inside we've got the trusty Seiko NH35A movement. You know the drill. Hacking, hand winding, 21,600 vibrations per hour, around 40 hours of power reserve. And in terms of accuracy, this movement is running between +6 to +9 seconds per day with an amplitude of around 231 and a 0.1 beat error. You will notice a ghost date position on the crown since the movement's date capable, but the dial obviously doesn't have a date window. Not ideal, but honestly, it's not a deal breaker at this price for me. Speaking of price, here's where this gets really interesting. So on the FKM rubber strap, as you see here, the watch comes in at $150. On the stainless steel bracelet, it comes in at $199. Now, when I bought mine, the bracelet option didn't exist yet. So I've just got the FKM rubber strap version, which comes in with a weight of about 92.5 grams. It's comfortable, it's lightweight, there's no issues there. But now, since you can actually get the PH-2 on a 316L stainless steel bracelet, my recommendation is to go for the bracelet version if you're picking one up now, since you can always swap to straps later. Now on the wrist, it just works. My wrist size is 7¼ inches, and with that 48 millimeter lug to lug height, it wears compact and balanced. It doesn't feel top heavy at all. Okay, now the fun part. The dial and hands are Hyperglow 3D solid lume blocks, not painted, but actual solid lume that's been applied. Now, Phorcydes claims over 8 hours of glow, and yeah, this thing is a torch in the night. If you add in the ceramic lumed bezel, it looks wild in the dark. Now, I wasn't able to get super bright lume for 8 full hours, but I could read the time easily for over 5 hours. The lume does fade from that high intensity of brightness to a more moderate glow within the first 20 minutes. And you also get to pick between various lume options. There's the blue lume, which is bright and a practical choice, or the orange lume, which has a more vintage and warm look. It's not quite as strong, and it also looks more of a yellowish green tone in the dark. Now for criticisms of this watch, it's not perfect, but it's pretty close. The bezel action could be a touch tighter. There of course is that ghost date crown position, and personally I still think that the lip dial looks more aesthetically balanced, but I can understand why they had to change it. So where does this watch sit? For under $200, you're getting domed sapphire, ceramic lumed bezel, NH35 movement, 200 meters of water resistance, and lume that absolutely destroys most watches in this range. And that's absolutely worth it in my expert opinion. Plus, being a fan of Blancpain watches and the history, it's a no-brainer. And here's the part that feels full circle for me. I actually reviewed the PH-2 over 4 years ago, back when it was just a prototype. And at that time, I told myself if they ever brought it into full production, it'd be something special that I'd pick up. And sure enough, here it is. Now, if you've got the old lip version like I do, definitely hold on to it. But even the new logo-only branded PH-2 is one of the most interesting budget divers you can pick up right now. Okay, so what do you think? Old school lip dial or the new Phorcydes cleaner version? Blue lume or orange lume? Strap or bracelet? Drop me your thoughts in the comments and I'll leave a link down below so you can check this out from their website. I hope you guys enjoyed this review and I can't wait to see you all at the next one. Until then, as always, may the Schwartz be with you. Take care.